Ever since I started esports 8 years ago, it seems like every single year just keeps getting busier and busier and busier. Even though every single end of the year, I always think to myself, there's no way it can get busier than the previous. It always seems to do so. 2018 was no different, and I kind of expect the same thing from 2019 as well. This video is going to be about what plans I have for 2019, as well as some of the hopes that I have for 2019, so I can kind of relay all that information to you guys as to what you can expect here from the year here from myself. I'm very excited about 2019. It's going to be a very different year to what we had in 2018, I think, with the plans that I have moving forwards. So my plans are basically divided up into two sections. Let's start off with my first section, which is going to be getting a little bit more involved in YouTube and kind of just making some content, because I kind of want to make content. Sometimes I'm sat at home, I'm really not doing too much other than preparing for tournaments that are coming up left, right, and center. But I really want to be able to make some content whilst at home and be able to reach out to my audience, some of my fans, some of my people that follow me along the way as well. So what are we going to be doing on YouTube? Obviously, we're going to be still making the vlogs that are coming out every so often. We're going to be talking about esports primarily a lot in those vlogs, as well as kind of just some of my own thoughts about games that I've been enjoying, whatever I've been enjoying in life, maybe some of my Warhammer, maybe even some of my gym stuff that I like to do now throughout the week. But one of my big focuses is going to be on making content for a very particular game. Now, which game is that? Well, it is World of Warcraft, a game that has been near and dear to my heart ever since vanilla beta, and I have a very cool video concept that I've been planning and trying, kind of tackling in my mind for about 6 months' time. And here is the logo that we are going to be using for that project, and I'm not going to give you too much more information than that. There's the logo. Wow. But overall, I'm very excited about the project. The script that I've been writing and the small edits that I've been making to some of the videos so far have been a really fulfilling process for me. Because it really focuses on one of the areas in World of Warcraft that I have enjoyed the most, and that is raiding throughout my time just playing games for as much as time as I can remember. Also, we may end up doing some other video ideas as well as collaborations, maybe with my brother as well, who kind of really enjoys making videos and just kind of wants to get that creative outlet there as well. So that is something that could be coming along in the future too. So again, guys, make sure to subscribe here, make sure to check out and stick around with the channel. I promise you there is going to be a lot of content throughout 2019. My raids reviewed concept might take a little bit of time to get going, but once it does, I promise you the content is going to be cool. It's going to be very opinionated, so everybody can disagree with me, which is going to be fantastic as well. So I'm looking forward to that. So let's talk about esports and what I'm hoping for, as well as what I think might be to come in 2019. Let's start with StarCraft 2, where it all began for me. I'm hoping that I get to do some more WCS throughout the year, hoping for Katowice maybe as well. Obviously in 2018 I didn't do a huge amount of StarCraft when it came to WCS. However, I did the Olympics event, i.e. Pyeongchang. I did Katowice at the start of the year, and I ended up doing BlizzCon at the end of the year as well. So I'm very much hoping to continue being involved in WCS, because I still really enjoy StarCraft. It's still the esport that I enjoy watching most, because it's just phenomenal. So that's how that goes. PUBG Pro League is also coming up here in 2019 as well, and as you may or may not know, obviously I've kind of look at my arm. I did a lot of PUBG in 2018, and it was a lot of fun, very fulfilling. I got to meet a lot of cool guys along the way. It feels like so much time has passed in PUBG esports, even though it was kind of only a year's period of time that I actually did it with the guys. So I got to meet some great people. I got to start working with Rich, The Sims, which was cool in 2018. Toffees as well, Avenger, those guys on my desk, the Dream Desk, as we like to call it. It's very, very fun, and I'm hoping to do more of that. Maybe PUBG Pro League comes along in 2019 for me, we shall see. But if not, I'm sure there's going to be other tournaments that go on throughout the year, which I'm hoping to be involved in as well. Another thing that's kind of caught my interest is actually mobile games. Obviously, I did a lot of PUBG Mobile in 2018 with the North American and the EU Star Challenge series as a whole, and then obviously I did the World Championships over in Dubai as well. So I'm hoping that more PUBG Mobile comes along. Two of the games that I'm interested in mobile as well, Clash Royale. I did the very first ever Clash Royale tournament back, I think it was in 2015 in Helsinki. But also, just in general, I still enjoy the game, and it's something that I could definitely see myself covering in an esports capacity. And another game on mobile to finally kind of wrap things up, which I've been playing quite a bit of recently, is actually Brawl Stars. Also another game by Supercell. And just in general, every interaction I've had with Supercell over my time in esports has been very good. So it would be cool to be able to get to work alongside those guys again. And Brawl Stars, just in general, is a very fun and kind of addictive game that, you know, I think that a lot of people are going to be craving kind of a bit more competition-based style coming up in the near future. Obviously, the game has kind of only just come out, but a lot of people have been playing it for a while with soft launches as well as early access stuff that was going down too. Another game that I would like to be covering maybe in 2019 is World of Warcraft, of course, with the Mythic Dungeon Invitational. I did do some in 2018. I got to do the APAC as well as the actual World Championship itself. APAC, unfortunately, had a bit of a rocky road when it came to the broadcast. We didn't get much opportunity to cover many of the games because we had like internet issues, which was a real shame. But I'm really hoping to do more Mythic Dungeon Invitational in 2019. Since the beginning of Battle for Azeroth, I've kind of put a lot more focus into Mythic Plus, and I've got kind of 3 very well geared characters in Mythic Plus, basically solo only Mythic Plus, because I don't raid Mythic at the moment due to the fact that I just have an esports schedule, and it's very difficult for me to be able to commit to a Mythic raiding schedule, which makes me sad. I would like to do so, but that's business, right? That's by the by. So that's gonna be how that goes. Yeah, hoping to do more of that in the future as well. And basically, who knows what else? I feel like as years have gone on, my kind of skills have been very versatile and malleable in where I can actually apply them to, be it hosting or commentating. And ever since I transitioned away from full-time doing StarCraft 2, I feel like we've proved a lot since then with how many games we've been able to cover and the excitement that we've had along the way with them. So that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for listening for this shorter blog than my previous one, which was just ridiculous length. I didn't expect it to be about half an hour long, but that is going to do it for this one. Make sure to subscribe here to the channel to stay up to date with everything that is going on here in my little world, as well as keep an eye out for future video projects along the way. Make sure to check out my Twitter as well, which is at Kaelaris along the way. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye-bye.